In it, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. I sadly mistaken, I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win, applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, applied myself, I felt it in.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. We got a great episode for y'all today. We got to talk about that Game 7 manslaughter between the Miami Heat and Celtics. We got to talk about Nick Nurse actually making the right choice in that, Tomo? And we got to talk about the NBA Finals. We're going to make our predictions. I'm Joe Jordan, and guess what, y'all? The three amigos are back. I got Tomo and my man, Mr. Turn Me Up, Dave.
Turn me up, up.
Let's get it. Hey, I'm glad to be back. I appreciate everybody that was hitting me up while I was out. Y'all know how much I appreciate y'all. I will give name shout outs, but I'm gonna just say Refuse to Lose family. I love y'all, man. I appreciate it. But let's get it. Miami in the finals, baby.
We was thinking he was gonna be in Cabo, man, but he came back and he in the finals, man. Welcome back, Dave, man.
I'm still on the beach. I'm just in South Beach. That's all it is.
No. You in the mountains today. You in the mountains of Mars.
Yeah, but game 3, I'll be in South Beach.
Man. But it feels good to have you back on the show, man. Because our last guest, man, he in timeout.
Yeah, he was doing too much of that J word. We have to repeat that.
Yes, sir. And Tom, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I'm ready to talk about some basketball. Man, it was a healthy debate. The NFC East is back in the chat, fighting each other. So, the universe is back to normal. So I'm good. How you, Joe?
I'm good. I'm just ready to talk about these sports, like you said. Hey, Dave, I got to tell you, congratulations. Y'all made it to the finals. One thing I could say, Dave, for once, right? Because if we go after all the clips throughout the year, you was crazy, right? But you stuck by your squad and you called out Boston the round prior and y'all won. So I'll give you that. And you called in the 7 too. So congrats. But job not finished. You got a big task ahead of you, but we're gonna talk about it though. Mm-hmm. All right. So look, go ahead.
Nope, I'm just saying I agree. It's a big task. It's not easy. 4 more games.
Let's go. All right, y'all. So look, great show for y'all today. Make sure, first of all, this is streaming on 3 platforms: Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Make sure y'all like the video on all 3 platforms. Also, make sure y'all subscribe and follow all 3 platforms. Share on all 3 platforms. And as far as YouTube, we are about 8 subscribers away from 700 subscribers. So we are growing like crazy. All right. So make sure y'all subscribe if you haven't subscribed, or share it with somebody so they can subscribe. Appreciate y'all already using that comment section. Shout out to Jerry early in the comments. Shout out to how we do it. Kevo. All right. Shout out to Kevo in the comments also. All right. And use that comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting out throughout the show. As you can see, we throw them on the screen and we will respond to them, man, if you making some sense. And Tomo, talk about those IG chats that you were mentioning when we first got on the show.
Yeah, man, the chats, man, they took a breather because, the Heat won. It's a couple Boston fans that were in there. They were like, man, we had to pack the car at the bridge. The garden is quiet now. But for the new folks and the new subscribers, we want to let y'all know, man, you can be a part of these chats as well. And all of these chats are located on Instagram. You can find us at Refuse to Lose Sports. That's Refuse, the number 2 Lose Sports. And with these chats, we literally talk about everything we talk about on the show. We talk about NBA/WNBA. We talk about NFL. We got baseball with Teddy. That's the MLB chat we got. We got college football. Again, shout out to the draft. We got college basketball, both men's and women. We talk about boxing, mixed in with a little bit of UFC. And I told you, you can hit a little dab of wrestling if you want to do that. And these are all the chats. And with these chats, again, you don't just get debates. You build camaraderie. You find some fans, but we also give you the latest news updates on all of the sports I just named. Like literally before any of your favorite sports apps, I'm not gonna name no names, but any of your favorite sports apps, you get them in the chats first, and you can pick somebody's brain while you at it. Joe.
Yes, sir. And like you said, baseball with Teddy, BWT. Shout out to Teddy once again. Hey, like Jerry's saying right now in the comment section, the baseball chats are starting to get very live, man. Like it's very hectic, very trafficky, and all the baseball content. If you're a huge baseball fan or casual baseball fan, period. All the baseball content is going through baseball with Teddy. And look, y'all, the number one short and the number one video of views last week came through BWT. All right, so shout out to BWT doing some work out here. All right, so if you want more content, go on the YouTube page or Facebook page, and you can see it right on the page to see all the BWT content. And
Let's get it. BWT, my boy.
Yes, sir. And last but not least, I mean, we got some work to do. Enjoy the rest of the show. All right. So
I was about to say they're not fighting fair. They got bats.
Yeah, exactly. All right. I was gonna say something else, but I was about to pull a car for a second.
Yo.
Kept right there. All right.
We stopped it.
All right. So first topic we gotta talk about Game 7. All right. And just like we did when Miami lost Game 6, the first question was Jimmy Butler to blame, right? But this is a question for the Celtics. They were the losing team. They were down 0-3, came back, tied it up, lost in Game 7 by almost 20, basically, right? So who would you give the biggest blame to on the Celtics for that loss in Game 7? And, I'm going to let, Dave, since I know you're excited, talk to me.
So I might be coming from a totally different angle because I'm not going to put this on the player. I'm not going to put this on the coach. I'm putting this on analytics. I'm going to explain why. The Celtics offense is too simple. They don't do anything to really help their team be able to play team ball.
Bruh.
You want to know all of what they do? What's their specialty? Drive, kick, three. That's it. That's their offense. If you really look at it, do they really run any offensive plays? They don't really run any offensive plays. If they're the only thing that they try to do is to shoot as many threes as possible. That's why they lost this series, and that's why they got blown out in Game 7. Credit to our defense because we did have turnovers, but if you look at the turnover battle, it was pretty even. They had 16, we had 14. That's pretty much how it was. And when it came to rebounds, we only had 2 more rebounds. It was 42-40. We shot better from the 3, but they shot more free throws, so they had more free throws, more chances at the free throw line. But they don't run an offense for real. All they really do is drive and kick the ball. So I think what they need to do, because I don't think it's a Jason Tatum issue. I don't think it's a Jaylen Brown issue, and I don't think Joe Mazzulla is the issue as well either. They're not running an offense. They're just trying to run something too simple to where defenses can read it, and no matter what defense they run, all they have to do is slide. That way that they're right there with the other player. They're not able to get any ball movement, and when Jason Tatum is driving the ball, the lanes are clogged, so that creates a lot of turnovers. You're not able to really get anybody open. So that's what I think. I think it's based on this is pretty much on the front office. So the way that they're trying to run this team, it's just not going to work. This is not what's going to win championships. If you look at any of the other teams that won championships the last few years, they're able to spread the ball around. Even if you're talking about Milwaukee with Giannis a couple of years ago, yes, I understand that he was the one driving it and kicking it, but they were able to run an offense when he wasn't on the floor. So Celtics got to be able to. They got to figure something out.
That's look at Dave coming back with a different angle, man. Come on, analytics. See, there's someone in the chat. Shout out to Kev, man. TK Sweets and Treats. I got some pie I want to serve over here, or we could say it's like a cake. We gonna slice it up. All right. 60% go to Jaylen Brown. He lost his hands. Was he dribbling with slippery mitts out there? Because everything was a turnover. And then he just lost it mentally. Like he was jacking up threes. He was looking like LeBron in the in his playoff run, the way he was just jacking up threes. Like, come on, man. And that goes back to what Dave was saying. Their offense is shoot as many threes as possible, and hopefully we win. 20%, I'm gonna give it to Tatum. Because he had his inconsistencies, but he had his moments where he had to show up. When they was down 3-0, the next game he showed up and he was like, look, we're going to go down and we're going to go down fighting. And he literally went down fighting, but he was fighting his ankle at that point. 10%, Joe Mazzulla. Still new head coach. However, you was there last year. You was on that sideline, so you kind of knew what the scouting report was. You played against that Miami team. You knew what that zone defense did to your offense. There's no excuses there. You could bring up the old tape. Should have did something. 5%, Al Horford. All that silent library trash talk got you kicked out of the classroom, man. 3%, those 3-pointers. Literally, those 3-pointers. Like, they were just chucking up threes. Like, literally, you could drive the lane. When the zone did break down, sometimes you could have drove the lane and got an easy 2, maybe a foul. That's a 3-point play. It just resulted in quick threes. Shot clock still early. Just want to shoot the 3. And then I'm going to say the last maybe 2%. Oh, let me throw out one more thing for you all. The Celtics were 31% from 3-point. 81 for 266 in this playoffs. Do you know the Miami Heat shot 43% throughout the entire regular season? Look at that. And look how the Miami Heat won. Caleb with the threes. And 2%, Joe, will go to us. It's our fault. You made the bet. You made that bet, Joe. Once you made the bet, we should have known what was going to happen. And that's how I'm going to break down the pie or the cake. Again, shout out to UKF TK Sweets and Treats.
There it is. If you want your TK Sweet order, hit up Kevo in the comments right there. His IG is Kevo. That's it. Kevo. Like you see it right there, all right? But look, Dave, I would say that your point is more towards Mazzulla because he the head coach. That's his coaching style.
Yeah,
but look,
I agree. But I still, I'm basing it off of just the way that they're trying to run that system. That comes from the front office. Remember, the GM used to be the head coach. He just went upstairs. So
but
he's
they
pretty
play
much
different with him though.
Yeah, but I think he the one that brought in the analytics in the front office to be able to run that offense that they're running now. That's what he wants them to run.
Man, let's start sugarcoating stuff, man. Jaylen Brown, all right. I like the analytics, I like the pie, but Jaylen Brown is to blame for Game 7. I'm sorry, I can't fault Tatum for Game 7. The man hurt his ankle the first play of the game. It's hard to play on a bad ankle basketball. Y'all know that, and especially the way they handled his ankle, in my opinion, was bad. Like he played and they subbed him out. He's sitting there. Y'all know when you mess up your ankle or anything, you gotta keep it warm. You gotta keep moving. He was sitting on the bench, like, bro, do twist your ankle around, walk around, do something, do some toe raises while you on the sideline. Keep that thing warm. Because we saw, I didn't see it, I wasn't born, but Isaiah Thomas in the NBA Finals when he messed up ankle, scored 25 straight points, but then looked terrible in the next game. But my thing is this, Jaylen Brown, man. First of all, Tatum gets hurt on the first play. It's all this talk. Jaylen Brown's number one guy. He about to be a highest paid player in the NBA right now. If he signed a contract, it's extension. It was like $235 million, something like that, some crazy like that. And everybody keeps saying Tatum is in the way. Oh, he got out the way. He definitely got out the way. This was your time to shine. This was your time to show not just the Celtics, but other teams that might be asking for you that you are number one guy. And what he do? Turnovers. Let me start there. You said it. He had no hands yesterday. The man had 8 turnovers. One of them was a bad pass to Grant Williams in the corner. 2 of them was they called a charge on him. And 5 were just him just losing the ball or getting plucked. Like, he was literally losing the ball. Like, I'm like, what are you doing in a crucial moment like this? All right? And on top of that, you shoot 34% from the field, which is worse out of all the starters. You shoot 11% from 3, which is worse out of all the starters. I gotta give it to him. Tatum shot better percentage than him. Tatum rebounded better than him. I mean, and he had less turnovers, and he was hurt. So I'm gonna give Tatum props because you can tell he was hurt, but he played a lot of minutes. He was out there. At first, I was thinking, why are you out there? And I'm like, man, it's game 7. Why is he not out there? If I'm Tatum, I'm not sitting down. I'm gonna be out there too. So I put this on Brown because most of those turnovers Brown had were momentum killers. So he gets the blame for game 7, and he said himself in the press conference.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely tell that Jason Tatum was hurt because when he dunked the ball, after that, he was like, all right, man, this. He was gimpy. I mean, we already saw that he wasn't moving, but he didn't even want to dunk, but he was like, I got a bucket, so I got to score. And that was pretty much it from there. It was not much he could do. I think he made a 3 after that, but it was nothing else he could do. That man got hurt on the very first possession. So
look, man, my man said, don't be mad. UPS is hiring because we found out what Brown could do for you. Turn the ball over. That was insane.
Man, I need you to deliver this package I've been waiting for, Jaylen Brown.
Matter of fact, he might be your delivery driver. That's why he's still waiting.
He might be right. That's why I was delayed, right? Because this man keeps fumbling the back. God, they keep losing the daggone box. Come on, Jaylen Brown, man, have some better hands. Out there, man, looking like Aguilar. But look, though, J-Mo, good comment.
hey.
And without a great handle, you would think he's great at getting to a spot like Jimmy or Kawhi. That's a great point right there. Great point. All right, so let's go to our next topic, y'all. We got to talk about Miami. All right. Western Conference MVP was given, and it was given to Jimmy Buckets.
Eastern Conference.
Eastern Conference, sorry. My bad.
It's King fandom.
All right. You know. So it was given to Jimmy Buckets. A lot of controversy when that trophy was handed out to him, especially in our chat. Immediately, a lot of media reactions. So the question is, who deserved this? Was he deserving the MVP of the Eastern Conference? Tomo.
See, with the Eastern Conference Finals, it's not just about a series. I think they account every step of the way. So was he deserving of it? Before I answer that, I want to tell you all, this is funny that I think they just now renamed the Eastern Conference Final trophies, right? This is the first year.
Last
year? It was last year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, but I still find it funny, right? That 2 teams that these trophies are named after both made the conference finals and both lost.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson, Joker got it, but the Lakers was playing for it. That would have been nice if LeBron could have got it. Eastern Conference, Larry Bird, and the Celtics lose. Just look at the comment in that.
Both at home.
And even worse. But I want to say, this was tough because I had to go back and I looked at some tape and I looked at the numbers and I just looked at that key piece. And you want to say Jimmy Butler was the key piece because without Jimmy Butler, do the Heat actually get as far as they got? You have to say yes a little bit. But then you think about that Knicks game 2 when he was out. Of course, they lost it. But there was one player that shined, and it was Caleb Martin. Caleb Martin dropped 22. He was 4 from 8 from 3 that game. Kept him in it because if they would have lost that Knicks game, that series would have turned just a little bit in the Knicks' favor. But it didn't because it was close. Then you think about game 7. Another name pops up again. Caleb Martin. He give you 26 points, 4 from 6 from 3. So when it's like crucial moments, this guy just pops up and he makes the play. So to me, I'm going to say Caleb Martin was deserving of it. I know why the NBA gave it to Jimmy Butler because he's a star player, but sometimes you just got to do the right thing. And I think Caleb Martin should have got it. Mm-hmm. Dave?
It's on me?
It's on me. All right. I'll let you want to go ahead. Jimmy Butler deserved it, man. When I was in the chat and I said Caleb Martin, I was just playing. But Jimmy Butler deserved it. If we talking about the whole playoffs, just all the Bucks series, he give it to him. I know you said if they would have lost that game 2, if they would have lost game 1, game 3, game 4, game 5, the Bucks probably would have won that series. If they didn't win that game 5, the Bucks probably would have won that series. But Jimmy took the heart. Like he actually balled out. He had like 42 points that game. The game before that, he had like 58, 56, like that. So Jimmy Butler deserved all that. But in the Eastern Conference Finals, Jimmy Butler outscored Caleb Martin every game. Caleb Martin had a game we only had 9 points. Caleb Martin came with the bench one game. The only 2 times where Caleb Martin outscored him, one was in a win, one was in a loss. All right, and the one that was in the win was that blowout fashion, so Jimmy barely played. So Jimmy Butler was the catalyst of this whole team the whole year, not just offensively, defensively. Jimmy Butler also has controlled the game as facilitator. Caleb Martin did a great job rebounding the ball, especially game 6. He had 15 rebounds. But Jimmy Butler was also rebounding the ball throughout the whole playoffs and the series. And defensively, Jimmy Butler, and when they won, Jimmy Butler played great defensively off the bar, especially. So I think Jimmy Butler definitely deserved it. And my last point is this kind of reminds me of last year when Tatum won over Jaylen Brown. Like J-Mo mentioned in the comments, right? That it's the expectations. Like we expect Tatum to win this award, but the fact that he didn't play to his full potential, but Jaylen Brown overachieved, we felt like we should give it to Jaylen Brown. But it's not about who played at their best potential, it's about who was the best player. And I think it was Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, I had to think about this over again too because I was saying that Caleb Martin got robbed. But when you look at it and its totality of the impact of the series, and I say, let me. This is one thing I noticed. Whenever Jimmy makes over 2 threes, he's playing well.
My bad.
He's playing well. So with that, and like Joe said, along with his defense, his facilitating, and his rebounds, so it's not like Jimmy didn't have any rebounds. He had 7 rebounds. Yeah, I understand that. I understand that Caleb had 26 and 10, but Jimmy had 28, 7, 6, and 3 steals. So Jimmy did what he was supposed to do. Now he probably didn't shoot the ball well. He was 12 and 28 from the field, but you won a game. You won a game. You won in a blowout fashion, and in every game. You can't forget about what he did in game 1. Game 1, he put up 35 in Boston, and we won that game simply because he put us there.
Game two
as well. So look, that's 3 games right there. I can tell you right there that Jimmy was the reason why we won. Mm-hmm. Now you can probably say that once for Caleb. You can maybe say it once for Caleb, and that was probably game 3.
He had 29, I think.
He had 29 in game 3, but that was a blowout. The whole team pretty much played well in that game. So you can't really get that to Caleb because was it Bam played really good in the game. I think he had like 22 and 11 in that game. So that was more of a team win than it was for Caleb. Caleb was just a high scorer, so you give it to him in that game. But overall, Jimmy deserved it. Jimmy deserved it, and it's very, very similar to the situation last year between Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown because you don't expect Martin to really do this. Now the only person who would say that they expected that is Carl, but that's Carl. No one else expected this.
Carl did not expect this, trust me.
But what I'm saying is he expected him to play.
It's for the people.
Yeah, but this Jimmy deserved it. Jimmy. But even when he got it, he was like, "No, I'm not worried about that right now. We still got 4 games left, and I'll take the next one." But right now he's not. No, he credited to his teammates. His teammates helped him get there, but he was the leader. He was the leader. He was the best player. Without Jimmy, we're not in the finals.
That's true. But let me ask you a question, though, Dave. What was your rotation? What was your starting 5 all throughout the regular season?
Starting 5, it was Jimmy, Bam, Caleb Martin, Strus, and Kyle Lowry.
Okay, when Kyle Lowry got removed from the starting 5, you all started playing better, right?
No, we started playing better when we got Kevin Love, and we moved Caleb Martin back to the bench, and we put Kevin Love in the starting lineup. That's when it got better.
What about this playoff run?
Yeah, remember Caleb Martin was only started because Kevin Love had to get benched. Kevin Love was, if you notice the last couple games, Kevin Love he didn't play, and that's because we started Caleb. But
who turned the lights on? Caleb cut the lights on because if Kevin Love was out there, you all wouldn't be where you're at today.
Yeah, I can use Santamo like
I see.
Was an X factor, I would say.
I'll give you that. Like at the end of the day, I think it is what J-Mo said too. I agree with y'all about last year, but I think it's more so an Iggy over Steph. That's how I'm looking at it.
He was an X factor. He was a pivotal piece that moved Miami ahead because we knew we were gonna get from Jimmy, and Caleb Martin was like he had to do what he did for y'all to win. Y'all needed that to beat Boston,
He was huge, but so was Gabe Vincent.
but
Gabe
not like
Vincent was huge as well. No. I'm not talking about not in this series. The last series, Gabe Vincent was huge in the last series.
He
Huge in that
was.
last series. But
I mean, he
are
was.
we going to say that he's the reason we won a series? No, Jimmy's the reason why we won a series.
So
I mean, either way, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong.
Hey, they made it. It was a close vote. It was
it was
yeah. Jimmy had 5 and Caleb had 4.
what?
Yes, it was a close. It was
Yo,
really
you saying like it was a blowout?
Jimmy Butler averaged everything more than him. So why is it even close?
It's the momentum. It was the momentum of the series. That's what it was.
Presence
why
of the
they-
moment.
No,
Yeah.
see,
And even
See,
that
now-
last
hold
game,
on.
Butler had a better totality game than Caleb Martin.
you wanna know what's funny?
That's why I named everything he did. Like Caleb just had 26 and 10. That was about
He
it.
was cooking though. He was cooking. I ain't gonna lie. He that turnaround fadeaway. I was like, what the world is going on here?
You know what's funny? And I learned this just doing the boxing episodes. I'm starting to realize how people judge things now. It's really their perspective. Like some people look at it as momentum, and that's how that's why I picked Caleb. I'm looking at it as the momentum. But if you break down the numbers and look at the stats, you're like, it's Jimmy.
He said, "Nah, Joe, Caleb shot better."
Yeah, but Jimmy, it's not like Jimmy was terrible.
No, he trolling right now. I was a troll.
Oh.
All right. So look, speaking of J-Mo, let's talk about Philly, y'all. So Nick Nurse made his decision, went to Philly, picked them over the Suns, y'all. He had the opportunity to go with the Suns. Suns wanted him, but he chose Philly instead. And the question is, did he make the right move? And I go first on this one. Yes. I know, right? He made the right move. Let me tell you why. So look, even though I was okay,
Not the cap.
tell me. Even though I was okay with him getting fired, Monty Williams, we gotta think about it. You look at the reason why Doc got fired is because his long history of playoff leading failures. Monty Williams got fired after losing the series that he never led in, that he definitely wasn't favored in. So that's a huge difference on why you got fired, right? Also, new ownership made the decision to fire him, and that could be scary. New ownership are trigger happy, y'all. They are. They push the buttons real fast because they're new to the game. They're not disciplined yet. So I did my research. You look at the previous new owners: Suns, Clippers, Nets, Utah. All of the owners fired the coach as soon as they came in. The Suns fired Monty Williams, Clippers fired Doc Rivers, the Nets fired Kenny Atkins, and Utah got rid of Quinn Snyder. And I'm a king. Since our owner been in there, we had like 10 coaches, and he joined in 2013. All right. So and then also, right, you got the Chris Paul agent issue. You want to know what's going on with Chris Paul? You got the DeAndre Ayton chemistry issue. You know, that right there, I mean, that's a lot. I know Joel Embiid got an injury history, so that's KD. Devin Booker was hurt last year. You know, so it's just like, it's a lot going on with Phoenix. When you look at Nick Nurse in Philly, Daryl Morey is a familiar face. They worked together in Houston. He coached the D-League, at the time it was D-League team in Houston, the Rio Grande Valley, right? And they actually won a championship. He led them to the championship, Nick Nurse did. So he got a familiar face there with him. He got the reigning MVP in Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid now at his peak, because he can still get better, but in his absolute prime. They got great role pieces in Philly. Maxey is there for another 2 years minimum, so he's under contract. Tobias Harris he's playing on his last year of his contract, so it'll be much easier to move him because a lot of teams that's tanking want to take on expiring contracts to have a lot of space next year. So I think that he made the right move to go to Philly.
That made me think about it a little differently just now. But I mean, what's Philly's roster gonna be next year? That's my big question, because James Harden is gone for sure.
He the only one that's gone. Him and Niang Urang. He a free agent too.
Is PJ Tucker coming back too?
Yeah, he did for like 3 years.
I guess.
Anthony Milton still there?
Come on now.
His contract just kicked in this year. Like another
yeah,
6
that's
years.
true. I'll say this though. Phoenix could have been the better choice had they had already traded DeAndre Ayton.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if DeAndre Ayton was gone, I think that would have been the best choice. But with him still being there, there's rumors that he might be gone, but there's no traction to it yet. We haven't heard any teams saying that they're going to trade for him. We haven't heard Phoenix say that they're going to trade him. So as far as we know, he's there. He just got a brand new contract, so he's there. Do you really want to coach that? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to coach that. He seems like a headache, especially when you got Devin Booker was at his neck. So was Chris Paul, Monty Williams, and Kevin Durant just got there, and he was doing the same thing too. So, do you really want to deal with that? No. So yeah, I'll say Philly was the better choice. I mean, Philly. I feel like Nick Nurse was the best option that was out there right now.
Me too.
Because I mean, yeah, Monty's still out there, but are you going to say that he's better than someone who already won an NBA title? No, I wouldn't say that. And Nick Nurse just knows what to do when it comes to pressure situations. So, like you said, he won a D League title. I think that's what helped him get to Toronto for one. And then I understand that, Kawhi was there, but that was a big change. You had Kawhi. You basically traded Kawhi for DeMar DeRozan, and you went right to the NBA Finals. Now, we know there's some things that led up to that for them to be able to win that, but still, you're an NBA champion. And one thing about Monty in the finals, he was questioned because of the choices he made in the finals. So, like, dude, why are you putting up this soft center up against Giannis? Like, it's not going to work. He's going to get cooked, and that's what happened. He got cooked all the time.
They even letting that go.
I'm not letting that go. I'm not letting that go at all. So, yeah, I feel like Philly was his best option. I mean, what other option was it going to be other than Philly and Phoenix? I mean, what other teams out there are good enough to be able to? No. Yeah, he said Detroit. No,
he said options, man. I'm just throwing out the names.
I said good options. I didn't say options.
I said it before you got the good.
But
yo, now you like new ownership. You just pressing buttons, man.
But nah, this is definitely, this is the right choice. I mean, other than all the choices that were out there, this is the best choice. I think what other team is ready right now that could possibly make it to the finals? Phoenix, but it's too many headaches over there.
Yeah.
There's too many headaches over there. And then you don't know what Chris Paul you're going to get next year.
Unless you're watching the State Farm commercial.
Oh,
but I think this is a clear consensus, man. Think about it. Think about it like this. If let's just put yourself in Nick Nurse's situation. You look at the Western Conference and then you look at the Eastern Conference. Eastern Conference, how many good teams are there? You can literally name them off the top of your head. There's like 5. I'm going to give you a solid 5. And the 76ers is one of them.
Probably just 3 for real. That's like contenders.
Yeah. All right, solid 3. And then the other, they're working on it.
Mm-hmm.
What would you want to name?
Oh, my bad, Dave.
I knew it.
My bad, Dave. Nah,
I got you now. Philly.
You right.
Philly's one of them.
My bad, Dave.
Bucks, Celtics. You got to throw the Heat in there now. But,
of course.
And the Cavs.
Now. So you made sense. Go ahead.
He's in there.
Because he said 3. I was just saying. I said 5.
No,
I should have never let Joe persuade me to go down there. That was a bad idea. My bad day. But yeah, that's the 5. And I think about the West. Golden State, Kings, Mavericks, maybe.
No.
Clippers. You guys still the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
Still some more. I knew he was gonna do that.
Oh yeah.
I knew he was gonna do that. And then on top of that, you're a coach, and you're like, look, man, I just came from a situation where everyone still loved me, even though the Raptors aren't what they were when they made the finals, but they still were a competitive team
They
in the
were
East.
competitive.
They were a real competitive team in the East. Do I really want to go out west with a bunch of players who really want to get a ring? Not KD, but the other two who really want to get a ring, but don't know if they want to play basketball when it's time to play basketball? Nah, I'm going to go over here to 76ers with my homie, Daryl Morey. Shout out to you, Joe, for bringing up that point. He was the G League coach, and Daryl Morey was the GM with the Rockets. So I'm going to go work with my homie. And I got the reigning MVP. I got Maxey, who has potential. The roster's still almost set. And who's to say we can't finesse a deal where I can get my point guard, Fred VanVleet? Maybe I can get some Raptors players to come down here and make it a run. And what way to twist the story than go to the team that you put out for you to go win a ring? Because you already know him and Embiid. Embiid was talking about how he used to cry for calls. Now you got the coach who's gonna make you ball out. Because look at Siakam progression when he got there. Like he gonna play to your strengths. He not gonna make you want to shoot threes. So AJ Mo, you may be 10 toes down because you got a solid coach now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a bar.
Yeah,
Hey, Tom, you took my notes, man.
You might be able to get Siakam too, because I think Siakam is a piece that a lot of people want. And Fred VanVleet wants a contract, but is he really going to get it from somebody?
For real, be honest with you, it's gonna sound crazy, y'all. I'd rather pay for Fred VanVleet than James Harden.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie.
It don't sound crazy to me. I know what I'm getting from James Harden.
Yeah. You on the right show.
James Harden, especially in the playoffs, he gonna disappear somehow, some way. So I'd rather go get Fred VanVleet.
Like, he gonna play his role. He gonna play his role, and he gonna play defense. He gonna shoot the three. James Harden is not gonna bounce the air out the ball for real at the basketball.
Oh, he gonna do what Carl said.
That's right. And then look, Tom, you told me. Look, I was gonna mention after the rebuttal. I was gonna mention he's in the East now. Like that's an easier, I feel like, path than the West. Like, remember the West playoff started? Like almost every matchup in the first round was like, dang, like yeah, Kings, Golden State, Lakers, Grizzlies, Clippers, Suns.
I remember because I couldn't get no sleep.
Like everybody had a great match. You're like, dang, like.
Well, everybody but the Nuggets. We knew they was
the Nuggets, yeah. The Nuggets,
well, I mean, if
number one seed.
Tony said they're not supposed to be here. Oh, my bad.
Oh yeah, he just 10 minutes gonna beat them, right? My God, get in the doghouse. But yeah, all right, cool. So we all agree. That's great. I thought y'all was gonna say Phoenix.
Yeah, I know. Before we jump to the next subject, but look at this again. I know I treat these segments like Kev do the Eagles, but look at this again. The life expectancy for a coach, a good coach in the NBA now, is literally maybe 1 to 3 years. Like you have 1 to 3 years to make something happen, and you could be a Hall of Fame coach. Just imagine if you're not a Hall of Fame coach and you have an all-star on your team.
Throwing subliminal messages out there.
Hey man, my man looked like Chase Budinger with a little bit of
Chase Budinger. Wow.
Okay.
That was up
bad fan on that one.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So I'm with you. San Cassell. Go get San Cassell.
I mean, Pistons. You keep turning people down, make something happen.
Yeah. Go get San Cassell. They're gonna get Doc Rivers. Watch. All right, y'all. So let's go to our last topic, and we got the NBA Finals starting tomorrow. You know, I told my wife, I'm like, Heidi, listen, 4 more games. I'm just playing, Dave.
No, you're not.
I'm just playing, but yeah. But so look, Nuggets and Miami. Believe it or not, nobody expected this matchup, and I mean. Nobody expected the Heat to make it, and nobody, sadly, which is crazy now you look back at it, expected the Nuggets. None of us picked the Nuggets to win. So that's crazy. They here now, NBA Finals bound. They're in Denver right now. Press conference went on today. Game 1 starts tomorrow. I think 9 p.m., if I'm not mistaken. 9 p.m. or 8:30. One of them.
I think it's 8:30.
Eastern time. Okay. 8:30 Eastern time. So, Davy Dollars, DJ Dowdy, all the above, Mr. Miami Heat. I'm going to call you Hemi McFadden. All right?
Yo.
So, look, David, who are you picking and why, obviously? Miami or the Nuggets?
I'm going with my team, man. Miami and 7.
You gotta say it with your chest, man.
I'm going with my team.
He said it the same way.
Say it with your chest.
Miami, baby.
There you go.
But Tay, I'm glad to be back. Like I said, I'm happy to be back. But I'm going with my team, man. I'm not. This is not X's and O's. It's not about matchups. I just feel like this is our year. Like I said, this for us to get this far with the low expectations I have for us this year, for a lot of Heat fans I had this year, because we made absolutely no major moves. We lost players. Like I said, I was upset. We lost PJ Tucker. But there was low expectations for us from everybody, including me. I still the clip was played where I said that we were going to be a first round exit. I didn't see where we was going to muster up what we was going to do to be able to win, because we were as far as the lineup, we were too small. We play small. Bam is only 6'9". And he doesn't always play well in the playoffs. He's showed up sometimes in these playoffs, which is good, but he's inconsistent. And when it comes to Jimmy has also been known to be inconsistent. Remember, and was it game 5? He only had 12, 14 points against the Celtics. So we know that, and I know all of these things. But after the first series, when I saw that we beat the Bucks, I said, okay, we beat the number 1 team. That doesn't happen pretty much. And I understand that we fought injuries all year. I think we had the second most injury-filled matchups throughout the season. So that was one thing that failed against us. But like I said, we didn't have any size. And the moves we made was to go get Cody Zeller and Kevin Love. That's not a move that you think is a wild move. So I didn't feel like that was going to be it. But we got this far. We were up 3-0 against the Celtics. Now they did come all the way back and force a game 7, but we blew them out in game 7. I just feel like this is our year. I feel like this is going to do something. This is going to be like Kevo just said in the comments. Jimmy's going to pull a Dirk. I just feel like he's going to do something that. Now the difference between these two is that Dirk was the superstar. You know, Jimmy's not going to be considered one unless he wins this finals. And we're gonna have to do whatever it takes. And I just feel like this team will. They believed in Jimmy. Jimmy said we're gonna do whatever we can to be back here next year and win and get to the finals. And we're here. Now we got 4 games that we gotta win. So I'm picking Miami in 7. I don't expect anyone to pick us. I mean, like I said, neither team was expected to be here. So this is gonna be a great series to me. If you're a basketball fan, this is gonna be a good series to me. So Miami in 7.
My man over there wishing on a star. Man, did
No
you
wishing.
know the Nuggets been home for about 12 days. They've been resting. So whatever injuries or aches or ills they had, they've been able to ice up, son. And been sitting back watching that zone, watching Spo play his motivational videos for the team so they can go out and win game 7. But he don't want to tell us what the video was. It was just about them being teammates, you know. Then we got Malone all in the press conferences talking about how the Lakers ain't here no more. Don't talk about the Lakers, you know, all in our videos, all on the singing on the records. Did you know that the stats on teams that had 5+ days of rest, game 1, they're 10-6. The overall record is 10-6. The team that starts at home, game 1, they 8-1. Then the series, 8-1. Now I say all this because I'm picking the Nuggets in 7 as well. I'm not gonna sleep on the Heat no more. I slept on the Heat for every series. I literally found a reason to pick against the Heat every single series, and they proved me wrong every single time. I'm not doing it this time. It's gonna go 7 games, and only reason I'm saying it's 7 is because of the will, the fight, the composure, and the underdog bulliness of the Heat that just shows up. However, Joker is too tall for Bam to be playing as soft as he's going to end up playing. All right. Jimmy, you did your thing, but you got to look at the matchups. You got Joker versus Bam, Murray versus Martin, KCP versus Vincent, Struss versus Gordon. It's going to be interesting. And I also told y'all this. I don't care what Carl says in the comments. When you have ex-Wizards on your team, you're guaranteed a ring. Joe, take it away.
KCP. All right.
Ish. Thomas Bryant.
Out of respect for Miami, Nuggets in 6. All right. And it's because I respect Miami. Miami's a very smart team. All right. They're going to play a great team. They are. They're great. They're a smart team. They're going to play great team defense. Miami is very good in the clutch. They've been talking about that all playoff for real. They have a great coach who switches his defensive schemes throughout the game.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's really big right there. And they have a leader that makes his teammates feel like they never played in the G League. So, they're well rounded, but Jokic is different. Jokic is different. I mean, Jokic is about to stamp on his forehead after this series, I'm the best player in the world. When this series is over, we all going in a consensus, Jokic is the best in the world right now. He's the best player. All right. The Nuggets is a also high IQ team, like Miami. Unlike Boston. Jalen Brown thumbing in the bag like crazy, right? Nuggets is a very high IQ team. They do a great job taking care of the ball. They lead the playoffs with the least amount of turnovers. All right. They do a great job in second chance points because of Jokic's big body. And they also are great in the fast break. We saw that against LA. And on top of that, they're the best half-court team in basketball. So this is going to be a tall task for Miami. I'm going with Denver. And I got Jokic having an historic finals. Kind of like Giannis dropping that 50-piece nugget. I got Jokic averaging 25, 16, and 9.
Hold on, I got 2 things I want to address right quick. So, hey, Darren, I said Wizard. Chris Webber was a Bullet. All right? It's 2 different teams. One has a ring. One is still searching for their identity.
I wish your theory worked with Chris Webber because we would have won. All right, so what? Hey. He was a former Wizard, former Bullet.
I got
Rob Ward, but it's not talking about us. Go ahead. Yeah. But also, go ahead, David.
I got nothing to say. Like I said, Miami in 7. This is the one series I knew no one was going to pick us. I felt it. I don't expect it. We only have an 11% chance to win a series. So it's cool.
Yeah, see, no. You're not about to do that. You're not about to do that because that's how y'all won the last one.
You're not even letting me finish. All I know is we ready. We ready. This is no underdog thing because Denver respect us. They already said it themselves. They said we know what kind of team that is, and so but I expect us to win.
No,
we're here for a reason. Miami in 7.
You all right.
When I say you're not about to do this, because last time you brought up percentages, them numbers start looking real shaky after like game 3. Y'all start winning. Nah, Dave, it's something about you in this show and how you just throw out certain numbers and things don't go the way the universe wants it. I'm gonna put my money on Miami. Go ahead, Joe. I'm still picking the Nuggets, but it's something funny going on over there.
Nuggets in 6, man. So the Nuggets, I know what they got focused on is not allowing Jimmy Butler to get to the line so frequently because he's a master at that. Bam playing point guard. It's going to be interesting how the Nuggets defend that. I think Bam playing point guard is going to allow Jeff Green play more minutes because they could put Jeff Green on Bam and then throw Jokic on like a Strus or something like that. Well, I don't know how they're going to defend. Yeah, I don't know. But Strus don't do a lot off the dribble. They do a lot of dribble handoff stuff. So, but the thing I'm like, it's so lopsided to me is this. Miami is so small. They're so small. They're a small team, and Jokic is such a big body, man. Like we just saw what he did to Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is a great defender. They took that man off the ball. It was like, man, we can't put you on Jokic. We gotta put you as a free safety. So Bam is good when it comes to like guarding off the dribble. He's really good at that. And he's good in the post too. But Jokic is a different animal, man. And Jokic is so smart. So he's gonna match Spo's IQ.
I guess I got it. Kev, this Miami and San Francisco is two totally different teams. Everyone expected San Francisco to get there, but me. Okay. I was questionable about our quarterback situation and how our team plays in certain situations. I've always had I always said when it comes to other pro sports, I believe in my other pro sports teams other than San Francisco. San Francisco, I've never seen San Francisco win a Super Bowl title in my life that I've actually seen. The 2 Super Bowls we went to, we lost. Miami, every championship we've won, I've seen and I've witnessed. I've watched every single game. I've seen every single one. This Miami team is the first play-in team to be in the finals. Only the second eighth seed to be here since the 1999 Knicks. This Miami team is nothing. It's totally different from the 49ers. So it's not the same thing I did with the 49ers.
What happened in our finals again?
It's the Knicks.
They ran across the generation talent, right? Tim Duncan.
It's the Knicks.
I mean, he's Joker. And look,
hey, I like the compare. I like that. I see what you did there.
And look, the matchup. I think the match is going to be this. I think that we know Bruce Brown is going to play a lot of minutes, right? They're going to throw Bruce Brown probably on Gabe Vincent. All right, and they're going to throw Bruce on Gabe Vincent. They're going to put Murray on Strus, the shooter, or Duncan Robinson.
They're going to put KCP on Jimmy.
No, they're going to put Aaron Gordon on Jimmy. Aaron Gordon might be guarding Jimmy. Jokic on Bam, and because Aaron Gordon's a bigger body, he like 6'9".
Yeah, I could see Malone just throwing different. It depends on what works. If it works, I can see him stand. But yeah, I can see him just throwing different looks at him.
Because KCP is smaller than Butler, I think, and Bruce Brown.
I'm talking about the way that they play defense. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they don't do a lot of switching because y'all do a lot of different handoff stuff.
Yeah, the two best defenders is KCP and Bruce Brown. So I expect them to play a lot of defense on Jimmy.
Because Aaron Gordon guarded LeBron most of the time when they played down, and he was guarding Anthony Edwards a lot too.
You sure it was Aaron Gordon or was it just LeBron missing?
No, it was Jamal Murray smacking the ball in his hand and Aaron Gordon blocking at the same time.
Yeah.
Also, I'm taking best for this series too. So anybody want to bet me, let me know.
I ain't doing no shirt. Either jersey or no bet. I ain't gonna wear the shirt, man. I don't wear a team shirt. I don't wear a jersey.
It could be a jersey. I'm good with it.
Hey, I don't want to do this, man. You want you?
Are y'all double enough?
I'm sure with that.
No, we can't. No, we're not gonna do that. I'm gonna send my jersey because I'm
sure with that.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I'm 100% sure with that.
Okay, y'all hear this? Okay, so the Nuggets win, I get a jersey, and if Miami win, you get another jersey from me. This series. All right.
Yep.
Oh man.
You want a D-Fox jersey?
I don't know. I gotta think hard. I got D-Fox.
Might as well get some bonus at this point.
Hey, I got some bonus on the way. Hey, we got chop slide. We got chop.
Hey, you about to get the whole starting five? Then you just get a Malik Monk jersey?
Yeah. Man. I'm out here cutting King jersey. I might just get a Commander one.
I'll get you
a King jersey. Dave got a whole Miami Heat warm up.
Yep. I got a jersey on the way too. Thanks to Joe. Yeah. I got a Jimmy Butler South Beach jersey come on the way. So I appreciate you, Joe, for that.
You getting it, my brother.
And but yeah, I'll take anything. Kev, I'll bet you too. You a Dallas fan. I'm cool with that.
That was on point, Tomo. You knew
it was.
All right.
I tell you this, you might as well get like a 49er jersey at this point.
That's
I mean, but still, a jersey.
No, NFL jerseys cost more.
Yeah, they cost a lot more.
All right, I ain't betting, so I can't tell y'all how to spend y'all money.
Yeah, so Joe, number 1 sack jersey comes. And listen, I got Malik Monk, De'Aaron Fox. You know what?
Keegan Murray.
Murray. Okay. Keegan
So
Murray.
we would never hear that till next
You know what?
year.
Give me a Mike. I want to get a Mike Brown warm up. The little all black Jones. I'm gonna get one of those. The little Sacramento. All right, let's go, y'all.
Yeah.
All right, that was fun. So look, great show today, man. Look, if you're watching, first of all, if you're on right now, y'all, hit that like button. Hit the like button. All right, I watch the show, see the numbers, and I look at the likes after the show. I'm like, dang, only me, Tom, one day like the video. All right, so make sure y'all hit that like button if you're watching. But look, we are streaming this on all 3 platforms: Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Once again, liking on all 3 platforms, share on all 3 platforms, subscribe and follow on all 3 platforms. Last time I checked, we're about 7 or 8 subscribers away from 700 subscribers. So we are growing like crazy. Plus, appreciate y'all for using our comment section. Y'all always lit in the comments. We appreciate y'all. The show wouldn't be the same without the comments rolling in. Might as well get the page. Hey, I might get a throwback. Might give me a Mike Bibby.
Wait till you see the next comment from J-Mo.
Oh man, knock up AJ. Oh, come on, J-Mo. Come on, J-Mo. Bring back old memories in Game 7 overtime, wide open for the win. So I think it was the tie of the game. All right, man.
You're gonna have a Meta World
Appreciate the comments, man. Shout out to y'all in the comment section. You always lit in the comments. And Dave, talk about those IG chats we have going on.
Hey, again, appreciate Refuse to Lose family for welcoming me back with open arms. Appreciate y'all for, checking in on me while I was out. I'm back full force. And to make an announcement, even though I'm talking about the IG chats, it is no longer the doghouse. It will be the dog pound starting tomorrow.
Okay.
Whoa!
I heard everybody kept saying it should be a dog pound. It is now forever the dog pound. I got too many people in there now, so it's the dog pound. The house had to foreclose the house and sell it. I got people renting it out now, so I got it.
Man, all that money you won on the show, man, he ended up getting a dog pound. That's what's up.
Had to get a dog pound, but nah, these chats, we pretty much give you all the latest news in there with the NBA and WNBA. You're gonna have all finals coverage in there, and the WNBA coverage now, of course, with the Seattle Storm. With Kyler Charles, so appreciate you. Keep doing your thing out there, girl. They need to give you some more minutes so they can actually start winning some games. So, play Kyler more, you'll win some more games. The Las Vegas Aces are just cooking. Oh my goodness, it's a little ridiculous. But shout out to the Mystics though. We're gonna do whatever we can to get up out there.
That's the one team we all like.
Hey, that's true.
Then bringing us together.
And then we got the NFL. We're gonna give you all the live stuff going on with DeAndre Hopkins, who may be signing him. We got some teams pretty much thinking that he ain't got it no more. So, who I think they're stupid, but hey, that's not me. I'm not a GM. Major League Baseball, again, shout out to BWT Baseball with Teddy. He does all the baseball content. And shout out to the newest member in there, Javon. That's Jovan, I think that's his name. Who was on the show. I believe he's another Red Sox fan. So appreciate you, my guy, for joining. Then we got college football, college basketball, men and women, and then Boston missing the UFC. And then I got to give a shout out to Vaughn for the parlay chat, because that's his chat that he runs. So you want to get, know what the bets are, put stuff in there, just, throw that in there.
Hold on, Dave. You got to say the greatest NBA sports analyst on Refuse to Lose.
My apologies. The greatest NBA sports analyst in the Refuse to Lose family, Vaughn. You, my guy. But yeah, no matter what you need, you get it here first. And then the VIP chat is Refuse to Lose Sports. It's the Refuse to Lose chat. Only way to get in there, you got to come on the show. So that's it for me.
That's hilarious. And shout out to Teddy, BWT, Baseball with Teddy. He's actually recording another episode tonight. So we'll be dropping most likely tonight or tomorrow. So make sure you stay tuned for that. BWT is growing. So all your baseball content through Refuse to Lose would go through BWT. So once again, shout out to Teddy. All right. So let's wrap this up, man. Let's do the speed round. We'll do that tomorrow. All right, tomorrow is for the game, speed round for the game 1. But quick last words, man. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of good stuff by the Commanders, dog. Hey, Tomo, Dave is not hype. I wasn't as hype last year, y'all. Y'all know that. It's sad for you. Talking about sad for you. You my division. All right, so I'm excited, man. Listen, it's gonna be a great season. Eric Bieniemy is setting the tone and the whole training camp. We ain't even started yet, but all season, and we got weapons on both sides of the floor, on both sides of the field. I cannot wait. Those are my last words.
Yeah, my last words is I need y'all help for who's going to be the first person into the dog pound tomorrow. So let me know who your vote is. I know Jaylen Brown is going to be a candidate.
Throw the whole Miami Heat in there. It's wait till after the finals over. Throw the Miami Heat in there, man.
I'm going to throw you in there. That's what I'm going to do. But yeah, let me know your choices of who's going to be in the dog pound for tomorrow. That's pretty much it for me. Shout out to Miami for making it to the finals, but we're not done. 4 more games.
Man, so you all ain't seen the shirt in a while. You know, I want to say shout out to Street Love. You know, Cam said he's going to come on here one day, so shout out to my man Cam. I just want to say shout out to Street Love. Again, Dave, welcome back. Welcome back. Dave come back with the energy. He said it with his chest, his team in the finals. And he got the dog pound. I just say I guess we got to play this for the last time.
My guy, you in the doghouse.
It's expired.
But yeah, Joe, the only thing you heard was that your cornerback is a ball hawk. We seen the scouting reports. It's okay. DC is the only city I know where they can have 2 professional teams have identity crisis and no one even worries about it. Bullets, Wizards, Commanders. I can't say their name, but you know what I mean. This city is just so up and down. And shout out to the Mystics, man. But we all know who the talk of the town is. It's always gonna be the Cowboys, man. The Eagles fans gonna light this up. That's all I got.
The talk of the town that doesn't get past the second round. Right?
Hey. When have you won the Super Bowl?
Oh,
When have you gotten past the second round?
When have you won one? You get the, like I'm gonna tell you, like I told the Eagles fans, y'all keep getting to the dance, but y'all ain't getting no numbers.
94.
I'm about to be outside the club throwing rocks at y'all. It's cool.
All I know it was 94. The 94 season. That's the last time we won a Super Bowl.
We in the same boat.
I know. Hey, at least we've gotten there. Y'all haven't even sniffed it there.
You right. We still got the little brushes on our tank, on our touch. You know, y'all got the updated European fit. It's all good.
Look, we still dusting off the titles we got, so we still try to get back.
You know what? The Cowboys are like Pops from the Wayans brothers. You know, we got all the memories. It's all good.
Nice NFC battle. All right, y'all. That's all we have for y'all today. And we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.